Thank you. Welcome to Florida. Bienvenidos a nuestra querida Florida. Thank you. Before I begin my remarks, I have something personal I'd like to share with you. I've been so blessed to be part of a family that has committed its life to public service. My granddad, my grandfather, and my father have been incredible role models for me and served our country honorably. And my brother, well, I love my brother. He is a man of integrity, courage, and honor. And during incredibly challenging times, he kept us safe. So, Mr. President, it is time to stop blaming your predecessor for your failed economic policies. You were dealt a tough hand. You were dealt a tough hand, but your policies have not worked. In the fourth year of your presidency, a real leader would accept responsibility for his actions, and you haven't done it. Now that I've gotten that off my chest, let's talk a little bit about our kids and education. This election is about the future of this nation. We can shape that future with what we do here, with what we do on November 6th. We can restore America's greatness. That starts with a strong economy, a smart energy policy, lower deficits, and a president who puts America's workers and job creators first. But to have a great future, a secure future, a future that is equal to our potential as a nation, we need to do something else. We must make sure that our children and grandchildren are ready for the world we are shaping today. It starts in our homes, in our communities, and especially in our schools. As a candidate and governor, I visited over 400 Florida schools. I saw children read for their first sentences, solve their first long division problems, explore the miracles of chemistry and physics. That's the essence of education, students getting a chance at a future. There are many reasons to believe America's future is bright, but also reasons to worry. Of 34 advanced nations in the world, American students rank 17th in science, 25th in math. Only 1/4 of high school graduates are ready for their next steps. China and India produce 8 times more engineering students each year than the United States. This is a moral cost to our country. Our failing schools need to be fixed. We say that every child in America has an equal opportunity. But tell that to a kid in whose classroom learning isn't respected. Tell that to a parent stuck at a school where there is no leadership. Tell that to a young, talented teacher who just got laid off because she didn't have tenure. The sad truth is that equality of opportunity doesn't exist in many of our schools. We give some kids a chance, but not all. That failure is the great moral and economic issue of our time, and it is hurting all of America. I believe we can meet this challenge. We need to set high standards for students and teachers and provide students and their parents the choices they deserve. The first step is a simple one. We must stop prejudging children based on their race, ethnicity, or household income. We must stop excusing failure in our schools and start rewarding improvement and success. We must have high academic standards that are benchmarked to the best in the world. You see, all kids can learn. Governor Romney believes it, and the data proves it. While he was governor, Massachusetts raised standards, and today their students lead the nation in academic performance. Here in Florida in 1999, we were at the bottom of the nation in education. For the last decade, this state has been on a path of reform. Under the leadership of Governor Rick Scott and local leaders, our focus every day is whether students are learning. That's it. Today, more students are reading on grade level, passing rigorous college prep courses, and graduating from high school. And perhaps most exciting, those traditionally left behind are showing the greatest gains. Among African American students, Florida is ranked 4th in the nation for academic improvement. Among low-income students, we're ranked 3rd for our gains. Among students with disabilities, we're ranked 1st. And among Latino students, the gains were so big, they require a new metric. Right now, Florida's 4th grade Hispanic students read as well or better than the average of all students in 21 states and the District of Columbia. These kids were once written off, but today, thanks to teachers like Sean Duffy, we're changing that.
I'm honored to be an educator, to help the next generation of leaders, thinkers, builders, and entrepreneurs. Sadly, I'm part of a dwindling field. I've seen too many good teachers come and go, mainly due to poor working conditions and little pay. Bad teachers get locked into the system, and good teachers leave for more money. On top of the bureaucratic challenges, what we're teaching doesn't always match what our students actually need. To that end, I helped launch a STEM lab at my high school. These labs focus on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and help students learn proficiency in these fields. We turn students away from education each year by not providing a robust curriculum that keeps up with the world in which these students live and will eventually work. And at the end of the day, all of what we do, from the educators to the policymakers, has to be student-focused and student-centered. After all, students matter most, and that's what counts. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. I know that Del Valle High School is proud of your efforts, and we need more great teachers like you. Teachers who don't give up on a kid, who recognize that every child can learn, and don't waste a precious year of a student's life. If you're a great teacher and your students are mastering their subjects, no matter your age or years of experience, you should have a job. Education is hard work, but if you follow some core principles and you challenge the status quo, you can get great results. So here's another thing we could do. Let's give every parent in America a choice about where their child attends school. Look, everywhere in our lives we get a chance to choose. Go down any supermarket aisle and you'll find an incredible selection of milk. You can get whole milk, buttermilk, 2% milk, low-fat milk, or skim milk, organic milk, and milk with extra vitamin D. There's flavored milk, chocolate, strawberry, or vanilla, and it doesn't even taste like milk. They even make milk for people who can't drink milk. So my question to you is, shouldn't parents have that kind of choice in schools that best meets the needs of their students? Governor Romney gets it. Mitt Romney gets it. He believes parents, regardless of zip code or income, should be able to send their child to the school that fits them best. That has set him up against some entrenched interest. There are many people who say they support strong schools, but draw the line at school choice. Sorry, kid, giving you equal opportunity would be too risky. and it would upset powerful political forces that we need to win elections. I have a simple message for these masters of delay and deferral. Choose. You can either help the politically powerful unions or you can help the kids. Now, for those that have been involved in this, you know it's hard to take on the unions. They fund campaigns. They're well organized. Election day, they'll show up. Meanwhile, the kids aren't old enough to vote. But you and I know who deserves a choice. Governor Romney knows it too. Let me introduce you to Franz Placide. Because we gave him a choice, he got a great election.
I grew up in the inner city of Miami, in a place where your zip code determines your chances of success. My only option was an unproductive and failing school. I knew that could lead to an unproductive and failing future. Thanks to Governor Bush's school choice program, I got the chance to choose a better school. Making my education my priority, I enrolled at one of the toughest high schools in Miami, Archbishop Curley Notre Dame. I'm sure, like a lot of us, it was my mother, Carlette, who really pushed for a choice in my education. I'm glad she did. Her devotion to my future has given me a chance to succeed. I've graduated from Wagner College, and I'm looking forward to a life of learning and serving my community. Who knows what the future would have held if I didn't have a choice in my education? But I do know the numbers for failure, and I probably wouldn't have a good chance. Governor Bush's school choice program gave me a chance to achieve academic success in a school that was best fit for me. I took it from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Franz. It is an incredible honor to see you grow up. And Franz's story is, and many others, is a driving force across this nation to bring about necessary change. And some of the biggest reformers are Republicans. Governor Mitch Daniels in Indiana and Bobby Jindal in Louisiana have expanded school choice beyond what we have here in Florida. Governor Martinez in New Mexico is raising expectations, holding schools accountable for students gaining critical reading skills. Governor LePage in Maine and Deal in Georgia are transforming education by pushing schools to harness the power of technology and digital learning. Idaho Governor Otter and Superintendent Luna are raising up the best teachers and separating out the ineffective ones. That earned them some enemies. Some of them slashed the superintendent's tires, but he didn't back down. Governor Scott Walker in Wisconsin led his state Governor Walker led his state to adopt reforms that promote early literacy and require that teacher evaluations incorporate student achievement. In Nevada, Governor Sandoval pushed for reforms to end the damaging practice of last in, first out, where teachers are hired or fired based on their years in the system, not their impact in the classroom. Governor Haslam in Tennessee is making sure every classroom has an effective teacher. Because he is a former governor, Mitt Romney understands that states must lead this national movement. In Massachusetts, Governor Romney narrowed the gap between students of different races, raised testing standards, and put into place a merit scholarship, the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship, that gives students 4 tuition-free years at any Massachusetts public institution of higher learning. He is a champion for bringing hope to education, and he intends to be a champion for equality of opportunity, a president who always puts students first. So in this election, remember this: our future as a nation is at stake. Fact is, this election is not just about one office, it's about one nation. If we want to continue to be the greatest nation on the planet, we must give our kids what we promised them, an equal opportunity. That starts in the classroom. It starts in our communities. It starts where you live. And it starts with electing Mitt Romney, the next President of the United States. Thank you. God bless you. God bless our excellent teachers, and God bless the United States of America.